Welcome back to the Shy City Boys podcast. It's been a minute, I know. I'm Carl Liza. With me, as always, is Jack Thiel. Jack, how you doing today, buddy? Long
Doing
time.
good. We've upgraded to a two mic podcast now. So I
Yes.
think that's the reason why we're on a break so long. But, lot to talk about. A lot's happened here in
Yeah.
Chicago. The weather's getting warmer. It's March.
Mm-hmm.
March Madness is happening also.
That's
So
true.
good vibes all around. Spring break coming up as well. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for all the, old people who live in like Florida or some nice area because college teenagers like myself come and just take over that place for a week. But it's March, can't
Mm-hmm.
complain. When you get closer to summer, that means the weather gets hotter, and boy, does
Yep.
the weather need to get hotter here.
Yeah, you know who really needs to getting hot, is the Chicago Bulls. Because they're shit in the bed right now. So we gotta talk about the Bulls first. They currently are the 12th seed at 29-36. Not good, not good at all. Since we've last talked, they did sign Patrick Beverly
Yeah,
for the remainder of the season on the buyout market. Um, he they went 2-0 his first two games, lighting that fire like he said he wanted to, but since then they've been uh in their last seven, they're 3-7, or last 10, my bad, they're 3-7. It's not looking good. We're we're a couple games out of we're 2 games out of the play-ins,
yeah.
and I don't know what to do with this team anymore, man.
I,
I don't
I, I just
know.
I don't know why people thought the Patrick Beverly signing was going to fix everything. I mean, he's a good player, don't get me wrong, but he's
Yeah,
not some guy that comes in and make some type of team a playoff team. He's not that guy. Like the
you're not
Bulls,
that
I
guy
think
though.
they have bigger problems than Patrick Beverly. I believe now it's kind of stemming down to Billy Donovan. And
Hmm.
it's weird because they gave him an extension, during this
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
And look, I think that Zach Levine's been playing some of his best basketball recently. I mean, he has
Hmm.
been really just clicking on
Yeah.
all cylinders, but you hate to say it, but this team just doesn't have it. And I don't know if it's because Billy Donovan doesn't have that bone in his body to kind of call out his players. Like,
Yeah.
you need to do, I don't know. I just feel like he doesn't have control of this team. And, you know, it's the same stuff that's happening. You're losing games you're supposed to win, and you're
Hmm.
blowing huge leads that shouldn't be blown. I mean, I believe the
Yeah.
Pistons game a couple weeks ago, they were up by 30, and the Pistons tied the game in the fourth quarter. Now, the Bulls did win that game, but still, I mean, can't let that happen. Even if the Bulls were to make the plan, there's no really hope because the East is somewhat pretty loaded this year. I don't know who the seventh is. It might be Miami. Last time I checked, I know they were kind of struggling a bit.
Seventh seed is Miami. Yeah.
So if the Bulls made the plan, I mean, they'd have to win two games first, but they would have to beat Miami, who they're going to beat the Bulls. I wouldn't feel confident. But
Yeah.
if you want to look, if you want to be glass half full type of person, the Bulls have one of the easiest schedules remaining in the NBA. Question is, though, can they execute? I don't know.
I'm I'm on the
I'm not
side.
confident.
I'm on the side where they just keep losing and try to get the top four pick, so we keep our pick. I'm
Maybe.
on
I
that side.
mean, it's just hard. I mean, they had the Nuggets tonight, which is going to go bad.
Yeah.
But then they have,
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
put your money on Jokic getting a triple double today.
put your money on Michael Porter
So.
Jr. having a great game. But I just think, yeah, I believe they got stuck in too much of a hole. They tried to dig themselves up with Patrick Beverly. They
Hmm.
dug themselves up only halfway. And then the real problem is now coming back with this team. So it sucks to see because the team had a lot of potential. Lonzo Ball, his injury is now being linked to Jay Williams' injury, to where Williams couldn't play again in his life.
And
So
this same thing's happening to Javante Green
yeah,
right now.
something with the Chicago, something with teams that
The
Jerry
Chicago
Reinsdorf
medical staff. Yeah.
of teams that Jerry Reinsdorf owns because the White Sox are the same way. But Yeah, it's unfortunate for the White Sox just because or the Bulls because the team that a lot of expectations coming in and obviously
Yeah,
haven't come close to delivering. And we'll see. This is a big off season for them because they're not good. And I know AK and Mark Eversley, they've done a good job so far. But
yeah.
Vucevic,
They
I think Vucevic and DeMar are gonna be talked about a lot.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to sign Vooch. I think that he's just going to walk at this point. I think they're going to give the bag to DeRozan because who
I
else is
don't
going to
think
come to
so.
Chicago?
I really don't think. I think they might be done with him
Really? Well, I mean,
because
he's
I
our
mean
leading scorer.
he's getting no, he's not.
Yeah,
Levine.
he is.
Levine's
No,
got to
he
be
no.
really.
DeRozan at
Wow.
25.
I mean, Levine's been going. Oh, I wouldn't give DeMar the bat. He's getting older and older. I bet you a
Yeah,
team. I bet you a team would trade a first round pick for him who desperately
maybe.
needs him.
I don't think we have bird rights to do that.
We should, but I wouldn't give him money. I would try to get some young guys in there.
Hey,
Keep it.
you want to know a positive though?
What's the positive?
We have a positive differential, plus minus differential. You
Oh,
want to know
that's
what it
good.
is?
What?
Plus point 0.3.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice if we could win. I mean, yeah, it's just they can't win game. They're frustrating because they can't win games they're supposed to
Yeah.
win. And then when they're winning games they're supposed to win, they blow them. So,
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're too stuck in the ground and they're not going to get up. And unfortunately, that's the case. I mean, they're only like 2 games out, but I,
Yeah.
I feel
So,
more confident the way because I know it's Washington and Toronto above them. I mean, the
mhm.
Pacers are behind them. They're playing better, I feel like.
Yeah, they are playing pretty good with Halliburton.
Yeah, so
So, yeah, it's not looking good. Like I said before, I'm on the side of them tanking.
yeah,
They're not going to get the number one pick to get Victor, but
no, that's gonna.
maybe,
I don't even know who that would be. What
maybe
the
we can get
Rockets?
four. Maybe we can get four. Uh, like I said, if we get top four, we keep our pick from the Vucevic trade.
We do.
So maybe that was the whole plan all along.
I
Try to get the
mean,
number one pick for Victor.
it's impossible. I mean, our lottery actually. It's actually I forgot it's a lottery
It's
system.
yeah, it's a
Well,
lottery. So
the good thing is we're not going to be in the top four by the lottery because that's the Hornets and they are 9 games behind us. So that's kind of impossible. So
yeah.
the Magic, though, are 2.5.
Hmm.
So it's either, I think, if we can get in that 5 spot, you never know with the
Yeah,
lottery system.
exactly. We
What if the
could
Bulls
jump up
got the
one.
first pick?
If the Bulls got the first pick,
That'd
it'd
be
be like
awesome.
when we got Derrick Rose. We had like
Well, if the Bulls
uh
get the first pick, they would keep probably most of that team because they would probably think, like,
they'd get
trade,
rid of Vooch, they'd get Victor,
and then that's it probably. Or
or maybe they trade it to the
no,
second pick to get Scoot because Scoot's a point guard.
it depends who you can get from that because I just don't know what kind of someone will
We
pay the price for
Oh
him.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
It'll be like a OKC who has 20,000 first rounders in the next six
and
years.
this is the only Bulls' hope because they
Mm-hmm.
don't have a first round pick if they aren't.
Exactly.
So it's
So
like
we
the
need
only
we need at
hope.
least top four. We
Yeah.
need at least top four. So, but let's not talk about negativity anymore. Let's talk about positivity in the World Baseball Classic. Baseball's coming around again, thankfully. We got a lot. What is it? Eight teams.
Last night was the first game.
Yeah, it
Cuba
was.
and Netherlands. Netherlands won. And
Okay,
then
yeah, I
we
wasn't
had
able to watch it.
I don't know who we had, but yeah, so games are ranging
Okay,
from 4 a.m.,
so
5 a.m., like
well,
9
I
a.m.
mean,
Yeah.
today's 9 p.m. and 10 p.m.
Yeah, there's 4 games
But
today. The US won't play until Friday or Saturday, I believe.
yeah, so the Netherlands is this was this today or yesterday? This was yesterday. So the Netherlands beat Cuba 4-2. Uh, and then Panama beat China 12-6, 12-5. My bad. And then tonight is Australia versus Korea and Panama versus the Netherlands.
And tomorrow morning is Japan's first game, which is a
Um,
highly touted team, obviously.
yeah, China or my bad. The team
Japan.
playing today is or played today was Chinese Tappy. My bad.
Yeah, Japan's
And then
probably the third best team.
Japan versus China tomorrow.
Japan will probably steamroll through this competition. They're the, in my opinion, the
They're,
third best team.
they're the third favorite too.
I
So
would say so, yeah.
it's the
That's
U.S.
no
Then
Dominicans first.
is Dominican first.
Dominican Republic is first.
Dominican Republic's first,
U.S.
USA's
second.
second, and then Japan.
The Dominicans actually playing an exhibition today against the Astros,
Oh, really?
and their lineup is pretty nasty. And they
Ugh.
just lost Guerrero because he dropped out because he got
Oh
hurt.
yeah, Victor. Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if Dominican won the thing. They got talent, but I mean, I think the matchups everybody wants to see are between the Dominican, the U.S., and the Japan. I think
Yeah.
those are the three teams everybody wants to watch.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
they're all in different pools, right?
yeah. So when
So
they
that
go into the
okay.
tournament bracket, they'll probably all or somewhat run into each other here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I think that they want. I know that because they make the bracket how they want, but
Yeah.
I think they're gonna want Dominican and the U.S. in the championship
Mm-hmm.
because the
Absolutely.
championship's in Miami, and that's a very heavy Dominican Republic area.
Yeah.
So
The US's first game is Saturday against Great Britain.
yeah, they play in Phoenix. They'll be in the Phoenix for the group stage, and then
Yeah.
Dominicans in Miami, and then the other teams are like in China or Japan, I believe.
And then on Sunday the US plays Mexico.
It
That
should be
should be a
a good
good
game.
game.
I
Should be a
don't
good
think
game.
I think they're up and down. I think that, I remember watching it. It was always, Dominican, Cuba, Venezuela. Japan was never this touted, highly touted. I don't
Yeah.
think Shohei was really
But
at that
but
stage.
since like the growth of
2017
baseball,
was the last one.
yeah, since the growth of baseball in Japan, like they're
Well, yeah,
going to
they've
be good.
got a lot of guys who are going to be coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and then obviously Shohei, and then I think you
Yeah,
Darvish is on that squad
yeah.
too.
They lost Seiya,
Yeah, say hi to
Suzuki.
him. They got some pitcher that throws 102.
Mm-hmm.
They've got another bat. I think next
Yeah.
year he will go to the MLB, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I want to say the U.S. is going to win, but I want to be shocked that they didn't. I really think the Dominican Republic's team it's really good
Crazy.
because
Yeah.
I don't know if Tatis can play.
Mm,
I don't think
I don't
so.
think he's even on the team.
Yeah, but I think that that's kind of how it's going to shape up. It's going to be those three teams. Like I said, maybe Venezuela can sneak up there.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
It's
I doubt it. But I mean, it's the Olympics for baseball, and
yeah, which is
I
great
think
because they took baseball out of the Olympics years ago.
yeah.
So,
So it's just going to be interesting because those three, and then Venezuela is number four actually in the
mhm,
power rankings because Ronald Acuna, he's on the squad,
yeah.
and Puerto Rico's there. Those
Hmm.
are usually the teams that will keep it competitive. And
Yeah.
I don't know,
The Netherlands just have like fighter fighters and
they have a good infield though.
cop police officers on the team.
They
Like
have Bogarts and all
constr-
those guys on there though. That's a good
from
team.
the Netherlands.
Yes.
Oh,
You and Didi Gregorius.
ooh,
He's on the
that's fun.
team. No, I feel like that's a decent team. Are they gonna do much? No.
No,
But
I mean
so
they did just beat Cuba, so
I'm looking at the bracket right now, actually.
okay.
So the US and Dominican Republic, if they were to play against one another,
Hmm.
it would probably be in the semifinals.
Okay,
So I
and then
mean, if the US and Japan matchup wants to happen, it would have to happen in the championship.
okay.
So
Are they just one gamers?
yeah, so after this group play
Yeah,
is
after the group
20
stages.
games. So it's like the FIFA World Cup. So the pool of
Yeah.
one, so the winner of a pool plays the runner up of another pool. So I expect the winner of Pool C, which is the U.S., will play the runner up
Hmm.
on Pool D, which will probably be Venezuela, which isn't that easy
Yeah.
of a game.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's how it's going to shape up now. U.S. would have to play Dominican before the championship, and then if the U.S. and
Hmm.
Japan play, they'd have to be in the championship. But the U.S.
Yeah.
has no easy road after that group play because
Yeah.
Venezuela or Puerto Rico right out of the gate, and you
Hmm.
have
Yeah.
um,
I'm just for
Dominican.
baseball though.
Yeah, Adam Wainwright's gonna I think, make the first start for them too. So I
Roll
know you
my
don't
eyes
like
at that.
him, but we'll see. But I believe he is supposed to start for them game one. I don't trust him in a big game, but if it's like some
Yeah.
not that good team, but I mean they've got all these guys that on offense, their pitching isn't good, but
Yeah.
it's the hitting, Goldschmidt,
Hmm.
Trout, Arenado, Betts, Alonso,
Hmm.
McNeil, Schwarber, Turner, Hooker, Realmuto. That's why I think where they could get stuck is the pitching, but
Yeah.
I mean, if those guys can have good games, the offense is going to be pretty hard. But if
Yeah. If Trout
Shohei,
doesn't get injured.
I will say, if it is Japan and the U.S. and Shohei's starting,
Hmm.
that would probably be the more watched in the World Series.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Probably it'd probably be the most viewed baseball game in years if Shohei starts against a U.S. team.
How that would be storybook writing right there.
And if Japan won, that'd even be worse because
Pearl Harbor, I know.
that's all.
But let's move on from that.
All right,
Let's
Carl. I
move
don't get so
on.
political.
Let's move on to football. I know we missed the whole Super Bowl and all that, and the Kansas City won on the bogus call. We know that. But it's probably the most exciting time of the year for football fans, and that's the draft, talking about all that can happen and all that. Us, Shy City Boys, Chicago Bears. We're gonna be talking about the Chicago Bears. We're gonna do a whole. We both made up our own Bears mock draft, and then
Yeah,
we also made our own first round draft of all the teams. So we're gonna go over that now. This is our
before we talk about that,
okay.
free agency is next Monday,
Free
right?
agency is next Monday.
We already got
There's
a
already
couple of names
there's
going
already
to the
been
Bears.
some re-signings in the world of the football. The one of the big ones was Daniel Jones signing a 4-year, $160 million contract, up to 195 million actually, with incentives to stay with the New York Football Giants. And guess what, Jack? I can do what he did for a fraction of that price.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I can. I can do it. Trust me. But anyways, moving on. Geno Smith signed re-signed with the Seattle Seahawks. 3 years, 3 million.
Hmm.
Uh, Tying him to Seattle. Saquon Barkley got franchise tagged by the New York Football Giants. He's staying there for at least another year. And probably the biggest news of the day was Lamar Jackson getting
Yeah,
uh the non what is it called again? The
non-exclusive,
non-exclusive franchise tag,
which hurts
where
the Bears a little bit.
he can talk with other teams and get offers from them, but Baltimore has the right to uh match that offer, or they can take two first round picks from them.
Which I think
And
that hurts the Bears, though.
I don't want him. I don't want Lamar. Not even on the radar.
You know,
Not
there's
even on the radar.
you can make a case for both sides. I feel like
No.
okay, hear me out. If you did get Lamar as two first round picks, correct?
Hmm.
But I feel like you could get those first round picks right back for Justin Fields. You know what I mean? That's my
No, because then the value would go down because they would know we wouldn't take a quarterback at that pick,
maybe. I
and
don't know.
we no we no we. Don't need him. Justin Fields is better, less injury prone. He doesn't pretend to get hurt to go take a poop and then come back. Uh, and he's younger. He's on a rookie contract. We can spend money on elsewhere on the offense and defense. So I say keep Justin Fields. Don't even touch Lamar with a 10-foot pole. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's been some moves going on.
I think the nice thing is
Derek
that,
Carr signed with the
yeah.
Saints, 4 years, 120 million. I want to say.
Well, the nice thing is that the Bears, like, it's not like they're all like they can get anyone they want in the free agent. Like they can afford anyone that's available,
Yeah, because
which is nice.
we have like 98 million in cap space.
I think that what the Bears are going to do is get two offensive linemen that can be day one guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Orlando Brown should be the guy. I don't think he fits in the mold or the
Mike
offense.
Gesicki,
No, I wouldn't even do that. But
really.
no, I would say if the Bears could sign two day one starters on the line, that's
Mm-hmm.
successful. And
Yeah,
then I'd get two or three day one starters for the defense. I know Bobby Okiri from the Colts is a big name coming like surrounding
Bobby
there.
Okoriki.
So he would be only $12 million. They said he would
Yeah.
take less to play with the Bears because of
Oh,
Eberflus.
really? Really?
I would be curious to how many other guys on the Colts defense who are we're signing would
Mm-hmm.
play for the Bears for a cheaper price because they're still close to their home and they get to play for their old coach.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
and there's a lot of guys being cut for cap purposes. Like this, I don't know if I've seen it like this many before
Frank
because
Clark. Frank
Frank
Clark
Clark,
is gonna be one. He's gonna.
Khalil Mack, maybe.
Khalil Mack could make a return,
I don't think he'll come back, but I think
but
like he's going to be cut for cap reasons, is what I'm saying.
do you think we want to get older on the defense though?
No, but I mean, Bobby O'Kree was not that old, is he?
Bobby Okereke, yeah, he's young, he's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that I would say 28 is the max age, unless they're an elite superstar.
Mm-hmm.
28, 29 is my max age
Yeah, yeah.
because
Duran Payne out of Washington got franchise tag, which sucks
yeah,
because
because
he was one of the Bears' big targets.
there's no point and like I think Jalen how old's Jalen Ramsey? Like 30?
20, no, 28, 29.
Okay, that's fine then. I'm okay. If you have a guy who's really good, that's like 31, what's the
Mm-hmm.
point? What's the point in getting him? Because when the Bears can actually compete for a Super Bowl, he's
Yeah.
going to be at the tail end of his career.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, that would be like my age limit for a guy who he's okay. Like he has a lot of
Yeah.
potential, but like if you can get a surefire, like elite defensive player at like
Yeah.
that age, oh yeah, you do it. But I think that's what they're going to, and they also said, they're not going to bill through free agency.
Yeah.
So I think, maybe Bears fans or we should keep in mind is that
Mm-hmm.
the Bears are not going to spend all their
Yeah.
money just like
Which they shouldn't.
I think they will spend half, not even maybe. I think that, they're going to look at guys that fit them the best. And I truly believe that's a lot of guys who used to play for the Colts. I know I've heard Rocky Sin,
Mm-hmm.
another guy who's played for the Colts.
He was pretty good.
Tyquan Lewis is another guy. He got drafted when Eberflus was in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
So I really think that's going to be the case for them. I would like Jawan Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
right tackle with the Jags. I know just before we did this, I heard Tremaine Edmonds from the Bills.
Oh, that'd be
I
nice.
heard he's going to be available. And then there's Draymond Jones from the Broncos, and then there's Ben
Okay.
Powers from the Ravens. But I think what nice is that for like the Bears, like I said, the Bears, like it's no one's off limits. They
Mm-hmm.
can
Yeah.
get anyone they want, and if they
Yeah,
want to
because
come,
we need help all around the whole football field except for quarterback.
yeah, so they can get anyone they want.
Yeah, which is nice. I like it.
Hmm.
So let's move on to our Bears mock draft. We both did a 7th round mock draft. Do you want to talk about yours first, or you want to go over mine?
Yeah. I'll share my screen. So we'll go over
Okay.
the Bears one first.
Yeah, yeah, of yours, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, don't look at it.
Oh.
This is mine.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I'll just explain it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the Texans, and the reason why I make these trades, I'll explain in the full first round. But
Yeah.
so I have the Texans here. I believe that they see the thing with the Tex, they have two first round picks.
Mm-hmm.
And the pick in next year's draft is Cleveland from Cleveland, not from the Houston
Yeah.
Texans. So the Texans keep their own original first round pick.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, I have Houston taking a quarterback here. And for
Yeah.
them, I feel like it's boom or bust. If it's a bust, they'll probably have the first pick again next year.
Mm-hmm.
So I have them moving up because I know because I think they maybe know that the Colts they will get rid of a lot for that pick.
Yeah.
So then the Colts are right there. I think that the rumors with Carolina can scare them a little bit. I think that that will force the Colts to go up and give their pick this year, first round next year, and a year after that, in a third round as well in 24. So now the Bears, they stood at 4. We don't need that pick. Panthers see a quarterback still on the board they really like. They'll give
Mm-hmm.
us their second rounder this year, the first round, obviously, and a first round next year. So now after that, we get the 9th pick. I think you got to go Jackson Smith and the Jigba just because if you're not going to get Justin Fields, that elite, Devontae Adams type of player, you get him someone who he knows he can work with and that can
Yeah.
gel with, and that's Jackson Smith and the Jigba. I
Mm-hmm.
get it. He was hurt, but I think he had a really good combine, and a lot of people, I believe, came out impressed by him. And then now at 12, you go with Paris Johnson Jr. I would like to get the guy from Skronsky from Northwestern, but he wasn't there. So
Mm-hmm.
I believe Paris Johnson Jr. is really good. I think, you look at CJ Stroud, his numbers, and obviously that goes with pass protection. So I would go with him. And then in the second round, you go with the defensive. I'm not going to even try to pronounce that name, but I think this is the guy who, if they falls, you have to go for them.
Oh
And
yeah.
with that Panthers second round pick, another O lineman from Ohio State, Luke Weipler. This one is
We're
up and
just gonna
down.
become Ohio State, right?
I just think that,
Mm-hmm.
you look at their pass protection, it was really good. And
Yeah.
then Garrett Williams in the third round. I wasn't so sure about this, but he was there. It would be
Yeah.
kind of hard to pass that up. Then in the fourth round, I got Roscoe Johnson. This guy is really, I get it. Like Bijan Robinson is the best running back at Texas.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ever watched a Texas game and saw Roscoe Johnson play, this guy was a beast. And it gave me a C minus, which I don't get. But
Yeah.
the Bears, I don't think they're going to sign Monty because I'm pretty sure he's like the best running back available in the free
Yeah.
agency. So I think that they'll go Roscon. I think Herbert will be the starter, but could be a committee. Then I know we just got a secondary, but for him to drop that far, I was kind of shocked about. So I think you go
It's
Travarius Hodgins Tomlinson. I think
a
that
good pick.
I believe like say one of these guys is bad, but one of these guys are good. So
Yeah.
definitely gives you options. Then Dorian Williams was right there from Tulane. And then I thought, you got to build that inside. And I like this guy, Mario Ojumo. I think that's a cool name. I think he could really
Yeah.
do well. And then I have Malik Cunningham, not because Justin Fields needs to be replaced,
Yeah.
because I believe this would be since quarterbacks are becoming more mobile, he'd be a good quarterback to practice against.
Yeah.
And he would teach you a lot of things. And you can plug and play him at different positions, I feel like. So that's it. They gave me an A. I appreciate it. Will this
Yeah. I
happen?
I like
Probably
it. I
not.
like it.
So now we'll go to my full first round.
No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah.
Let's go to mine.
I have to explain them, Carl, because I have to explain the trades. I don't want people to get
Okay,
moved.
go on.
Wait, that's yours. Whoops.
That's no, don't look at it.
Oh, here's mine. All right. So I had a Texans trading
Whoa.
one. Anthony Richardson, I think the Texans want to make a splash. And, Anthony Richardson is the guy. I really, truly believe Anthony Richardson's the guy. Two, CJ Stroud. I think the Colts are fine with it. He's really good. Obviously, the Cardinals won't take quarterback, so that goes with Will Anderson. Then I had the Panthers trading up with the Bears pick. So that's where Bryce Young comes into play. Defense, Will Levis goes to the Raiders. They need a quarterback, and he's right there. Falcons, I don't know what they're going to do, but I think they'll go receiver because it's so depleted. Then you gotta get Kyle Pitts some help out there. Then here's the Bears with Jackson Smith and Jigba. For the Eagles, they're losing a lot of players, so I think they'll go defense here. Titans, this was hard because I don't know what they're gonna do, but getting rid of Taylor Luanen, whatever his name is,
Yeah.
they're gonna need some help. And then that's where Paris Johnson Jr. comes into play. The Jets, I got them going with Lucas Van Ness. I have Jalen Carter falling to 14. I don't know what teams are going to do with him. I think that once he gets past that 10th pick, though, you got to start taking him maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. And I think maybe, the Patriots, I could see them doing it. And then now you have the Packers who go with the safety. Washington, just more line help for you get Broderick Jones, you get Steelers with Joey Porter. Jordan Addison, he is my third receiver off the board. I'm going to San Diego or LA. LA, I
Nice.
think that'd be a good trio of him, Williams, and Allen going around. Michael Mayer, my guy, Michael Mayer. They spent all this money on Daniel Jones. Get him some help. They don't really have a tight end. So I think Michael Mayer fits well there. Zay Flowers to the Cowboys. I think they need another receiver. Bijan goes to the Bills. I really believe the Bills need
Wow.
to identify a rushing game.
Ugh.
I know, but it was this or my other pick would have been the Ravens. But I believe, like I said, the Bills, I think that they need to address the running game, and he would fit well there. Jalen Hyatt, another guy. Now that you got Derek Carr, give him some receivers. Get Hyatt. That's
Hmm.
Hyatt, Olave, and Thomas. It's a pretty good trio.
Yeah.
And then, more, I got some O-line help and then the Chiefs. But yeah, I really believe Anthony Richardson could go number one, especially for a team like the Texans, because hear me out. Let's say Anthony Richardson is really bad, right? Then the
They get the
Texans
first pick.
next year and get Caleb Williams.
Hmm. And then they
So
could trade Richardson.
yeah. So I believe
I like it.
they would be willing to take that risk. I you know, yeah. So I think Texans do trade up for that one. I wouldn't be surprised though, but I see the Bears trading down twice, maybe even three times. If this were to happen, the trade with the Texans would happen any day now.
Hmm.
The trade with the Colts would happen before the draft, a day or two before the draft, and the
Hmm.
trade with the Panthers would happen a day of.
Yeah.
That's how I would say if the Bears did those three trades. That's how it would work. All
Wow.
right, Carl,
Okay.
no, you do yours now.
Okay.
Um,
So you pull it up for me, please.
that's
Okay.
not it. That's
Fantastic.
mine.
That's not mine. Okay. So as you're pulling that up,
Wait.
I also made three
Oh, here we
trades.
go.
Here
Yeah,
we
yours
go.
is long.
Yeah. Okay. So I basically did the same thing as you, trading with the Houston Texans, the Colts, and the Panthers. The big thing is that I got Brian Burns with
Yeah,
mine.
Brian Burns. Wow.
Yeah. So and then I stayed at 9. I took Lucas Van Ness to pair up with Brian Burns.
Yeah.
So we would our edges would be fantastic for years to come. And then I wanted to get back in the first round. So I traded with the Jets. I think it's a fair trade. One of our seconds from this year that I got from I think it's the Baltimore one. It was a Baltimore one, and
Yeah.
then a first rounder next year. So because we had so many, and I wanted Justin to get his receiver and Jackson Smith Jimba, JSN. He just feels like a Bears number one. He just feels like it,
Yeah.
and I went to the second round and Antoine Harrison was there. I don't know how, but he was there, so I took him there because help Fields. You don't know how free agency is going to go, so we need to get that. So and then I saw Steve Avila there at the second round also, so get that guard help also. I also took Garrett Williams at the same pick as you. I Cornerback's an underrated position we need this offseason, and I feel like we shouldn't uh, go sign one. We need one to build with us, like how we got Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon. So Garrett Williams was there. You took a different running back at the
Yeah.
4-103. I took Dwayne McBride. I saw some tape on him. He's a speed demon, man. He's a little speed demon. It's crazy.
But is that what the Bears want? Is someone I think they want maybe a big guy or bigger.
Well, no, that's what Herbert's for. Herbert's gonna be a
Herbert's
big
not that
guy,
big.
but he's gonna be a tank.
The
Trust
reason why
me.
he's called Lightning.
Hey, listen, it's okay. And then I also took Dorian Williams, but
Oh
before
wow.
you did, we just need more linebackers. But if we can get Bobby, that would give Dorian some time to develop and everything because he's
Yeah.
in Tulane, not a lot of competition. I also took
Morrow.
Ojomo. Yeah, we had some of the same picks, which I liked. Just a defensive lineman and everything like that. And then I took out of IU, Indiana University, Cam
Ew.
Jones, another
Ew.
linebacker. I don't
Ew.
know how good he is. I haven't watched any tape on him yet, but
Well, we have an IU football connoisseur in our
yeah, we
friend
do.
group.
So he'll probably say he should go in the first round, but I'm taking him in the fifth here. And then I got a proven winner, someone who's going to be able to help and develop with Justin Fields. Stenson Bennett, two-time NCAA college football playoff winner. I think he's going to bring a lot to this team as a uh, third quarterback on the roster. Two Georgia boys being on the offense at quarterback. So yeah, it gave me a 1.5 or A minus. I think it did okay. Uh, I think I like it. I
Oh,
like
you
it.
probably had the highest, or we both had the A plus. You might have had the
No, you
lowest
had it. Oh yeah, yeah.
because the
Yeah, I
D,
had
the
the lowest
D.
at a D, but I don't know
But you
why,
might have
but
had, let's see, you had one, two, three, four, five, six. You had seven A's, but you also made more picks. So you were seven out of
I
one,
made one more
two,
pick than you.
three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. So you were 7 for 10 on A's.
Pretty good.
I was, that's not me.
That's not
We're
you.
having technical difficulties here.
Okay, so 7 out of 10 for me on PFF, which isn't the greatest thing, but we got to go with it. That's all we got.
Oh, here we go. Okay. And I was one, two, three, four, five. I had seven out of one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Wait, one, two,
Oh
three,
my god.
four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Oh, we both made
Oh
10.
yeah, we went. Yeah, because we
We
both
both
got in the
made
first
10
round
picks.
twice.
We both got sevens. I had three B's. That's what kind of hurt.
Yeah,
But all right, Carl, now
the
you have to show your full first
yeah,
round.
I'll show my work. So I aligned everything with the drafts or with the trades I made to make it right. So Houston, I think Bryce Young is just not going to go number one at all.
Hmm.
I think he had. I don't think Houston wants Bryce Young because one of the size, two he has the same agent as Deshaun Watson, so I don't think they
Yeah.
want to deal with that again. And three, I just think they don't want Bryce Young. I don't think they trust an Alabama quarterback. I think C.J. Stroud is going to be number one pick. If it was the Colts at number one, it would have been Anthony Richardson. I think the Colts are all in on Richardson from all I'm hearing. So that's
Hmm.
why they get him at number two. Anthony Richardson goes two to Indianapolis. Number three, Arizona, Will Anderson, obviously. I think everyone has him going there. Carolina is going to take Bryce Young at four with the trade. They need a guy. They haven't had a guy since Newton, and I think Bryce Young can and probably will be a franchise guy in Carolina. You had Jalen Carter slipping all the way to 14. I have him going fifth. I
Hmm.
think Seattle has the luxury to take someone like that in that position because one, they made the playoffs last year, and two, they have two first round picks this year and next year and the year after that. So I think they're going to take a chance on him at number five. The uh, the Lions are kind of in that situation as well. They can make a luxury pick here. They didn't make the playoffs, but they were really close. So with the Rams pick, they're going to take the best cornerback on the board in the draft, Devon Weatherspoon. He's going to be great. He's going to be better than who they take a couple of years ago, Jeff Okuda.
Yeah,
He's going to
that's
be
your
better
boy.
than Okuda. Yeah, I know. Ohio State, I know. Injuries and everything. The Raiders stay where they are and they get their quarterback of the future, another white boy, Will Levis. Uh, I think he needs to sit for a year. I think Richardson and Levis need to sit for a year, but I think they're both going to be starters within the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season. But Las Vegas gets their quarterback. Atlanta want to work on that defense. One of the oldest defenses in the league. Get younger. Get Tyrese Wilson. Probably the best guy on the board at this point.
Yeah.
Then the Bears stay at 9. They get Lucas Van Ness, like I said earlier. Pair him up with Brian Burns from the Carolina. Uh, Eagles luxury pick. They have so many picks. They're all the cornerbacks on their team are leaving or they're old, so they're going with the best corner on the board, Christian Gonzalez. Tennessee, they need a wide receiver there for Tannehill, because he was thrown to nobody's last year. Houston, they kept that pick. They draft Kaya Cansey. He was the best interior lineman, defensive lineman there. So I took him. Like I said, the Bears trade back into the first round. I'm thinking during the draft. I think this is going to happen during the draft, and they get JSN, like I said earlier. Patriots, they nothing special here. They never go. Skilled positions really, except for Mac Jones a couple of years ago. So they're taking the best tackle on the board, Peter Skoronski. I didn't like him going to the Bears for one reason: his short arms. I think you need to have long arms as a tackle so you can keep the bull rushes from getting into him. So I just didn't like Skoronski going to the Bears. And of course, Green Bay, they don't take offense, so they have the best safety in the draft in Brian Branch. Washington takes Paris Johnson, help out Sam Howell for the year. Uh, Pittsburgh takes Joey Porter Jr., best corner on the board. They need corners since they got rid of Joe Hayden years ago. The Lions, guess what? Another luxury pick. They traded TJ Hawkinson during the season because I'm pretty sure because the head coach Dan Campbell wanted Michael Mayer. Uh, Tampa Bay, there's not a quarterback on the board worth taking. They're not going to take a quarterback. They're going to go with Kyle Trask throughout the year, I think. So they also have one of the oldest defenses in the league. So why not get a little younger on the line and get Nolan Smith? I know he's a little small for the position, but he's a freight train. He can get through that line no
Fast.
matter what. What?
It's fast.
What did I say?
No, I was like he's fast. I'm
Oh
agreeing.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. And then Seattle. I know Antoine Harrison fell to me in the Bears mock draft, but he's just too good for Seattle to pass up right there. And then the Chargers, their tight ends are old, so I have them taking the second best tight end in the draft in Dalton Kennard. Baltimore, I think we have the same pick here, Miles Murphy. He just sounds like a Baltimore defender, honestly. Minnesota needs to get younger on the secondary, so Deion Branks is the pick here. Jags need to get some more help for Trevor. The New York Football Giants finally get a good receiver in Jordan Addison, falling all the way to 25. I just didn't like the other teams taking them. I think they all had a guy like Jordan Addison because he's more of a slot guy. I think he's not going to be the number one. Maybe he can be the number one on the Giants because they don't have anyone. But
Yeah.
I like him going to the Giants. Cowboys, they tagged Pollard so that there's no need for Bijan here. And plus, I honestly I hated taking Bijan later on, but it had to be done. The Bills, they took a running back last year in the second round of James Cook. They kind of like him. They want to get him some more reps, so I think they're going to go with him for another year and not take a quarterback or running back here. So they're going to go Dawson Jones, get out of Ohio State, get him some more help. And the Bengals, this is really a luxury pick. They don't really need anything big. I do think they're gonna cut Joe Mixon because of the cap situation, everything. They don't like paying guys a lot of money for a lot of years. So I think he's gonna be a cap casualty. So that's why I have Bijan Robinson going to Cincinnati here. Uh like you said earlier, the Saints need to pair Derek Carr with some more weapons. So Zay Flowers is going here. I think Kansas City really wants Zay Flowers, but he goes here, and they end up later on with Josh Downs at 31, and then at 30, Philly need to get younger on the D line. So Will McDonald the fourth goes here. So that's my first round. I'm not really confident because I didn't make any trades more than just the Bears picks, but I I feel like a lot of them are gonna stick where they are. So that's my say.
That's nice, Carl.
Thank you.
And obviously, a lot can change
Oh yeah, absolutely.
over these next couple of days. There's a lot that can happen, a lot that
We're
will happen.
we're still 7 weeks out from the draft.
Yeah.
7, 8 weeks.
There's a
So
lot that can still happen here.
that's our mock draft one.
Yeah,
A
one.
lot can change.
One.
Hopefully in the coming weeks. Not next week, maybe not the week after that, but maybe 2, 3 weeks out of the draft, we'll do our mock draft two, our
I'd say
Bears mock draft.
maybe once teams like maybe once the big free agents are signed,
Yeah.
do another one, and then we can
Yeah.
go from there.
But yeah, I like mine. I think mine's kind of realistic.
Hmm.
Yours is realistic too. I just don't
I
like
would say so.
Stronsky, honestly.
Yeah. I mean,
That was my biggest problem with
I didn't
yours.
take him.
Oh, you didn't? Oh,
I had
who'd you take?
Paris. I had Paris.
Oh, I think he's a year away.
Well,
I
good thing the
think,
Bears have years.
yeah, I know. What do you think of mine?
It was good, Maybe not. I didn't like the running back one, but
Oh, wait,
of
the
the guy from the Bears, you got the Bears name,
oh the McBride.
McBride. I don't think the Bears need a small running back. I think they need a guy that's got some strength and some build to him.
It
I
is
don't,
what it
I don't
is.
know about Van. I believe if the Bears have a pick where you put them at Van Ness and
Hmm.
there is an O lineman there, it'd be hard for them to pass that up, I feel like.
Well, I took Vanessa there because I think they're gonna sign two guys,
Yeah.
and that's really all they need is two guys on the
And I think
line.
that's what I both like trading back once is happening, but I really
Hmm.
believe what happens in free agency will determine how many more times they'll want to trade back.
Yeah.
Like if they have a terrible free agency,
Oh my
they will
God.
probably
Yeah.
keep that top five pick.
Yeah.
Well, if they have a good free agency, they'll trade that thing back.
Hmm.
Which, as
But
they
I do believe five quarterbacks goes within the first
no,
six
probably. I
picks.
mean, after kind of that
The
little
only reason the only reason it's not going to go quarterback, 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 quarterback is because of Arizona. Arizona is not moving,
in Seattle.
and Seattle. And
So
Seattle.
yeah, I mean, yeah, after you get past that Will Levis area,
There's no one.
there's
There's
no
no one.
one. I think Hendon Hooker would be your next quarterback, but he's
And that's third round
yeah. So
at best. At best.
in a way that helps. There's only few quarterbacks available, but
Hmm.
also,
I mean, this is more than last year.
well, yeah. And then I don't. I mean, there's not many available next year. I believe it's really Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams. Who's the guy out of Houston?
That's my
Or
point.
not?
I only name one
No,
guy.
no, 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 no. It's the highly touted guy. You know who I'm talking about?
I actually
Out of
don't know.
Texas. Who's out of Texas?
Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, Quinn Ewers.
He
Yeah.
can't.
Well, yeah, he can.
He's not eligible.
Yeah, he can.
No, you can't. You have to play 3 years.
This was his second year?
His first.
No, because he came out a year early out of high school. So this was his second year. He redshirted the year before.
That doesn't matter. You still have to play though, even if you get
No,
redshirted.
no, you can redshirt and it counts.
But yeah, but you still have to play all. You have to. I don't think he's eligible,
You have to be in college for 3 years. That's the rule. You
and
can,
he might get replaced this year.
mm,
He,
but no, Caleb Williams is going to be the big ticket next year.
Yeah, no, he's easily, without question, the number
He can
one.
have a, I think he can have a bad year in college and still go number one.
Yeah, no, Caleb Williams is the number one player
Mm-hmm.
taken in next year's draft.
And he's the favorite to win the Heisman again.
Why I think he will.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's I'm excited for that draft. Now, if Fields doesn't do anything this year, then we'll have talks. But I feel like he's gonna prove he's a top 10 quarterback this year, hopefully,
hopefully, yeah.
and he's gonna
Um,
throw for 4,000 yards,
no, it just
hopefully.
depends what they surround him with.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I think that's gonna be enough for us. Good first good pod back.
Yeah,
After a
definitely.
long extended break.
Yeah,
Just to let you guys know, we did record a pod, but it did get deleted. I'm not gonna say why, Jack, but
things just
it just didn't
disappear.
line up. It just didn't line up. Just didn't line
Things
up.
just
But
disappear.
I'm
That's why.
yeah, I'm happy to be back, Jack. I'm
That's
happy to be
right.
doing this with you.
We'll be more continuously posting.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Well, this was a Shy City Boys podcast. That's Jack Thiel. I'm Carl Liza. Take it easy.